Hello and welcome to 7 Startups educational video series. Today we'll talk about how to talk to users. We'll start off with an introduction, then follow on with a common mistake, 5 important questions we recommend asking during a user interview, the important stages and a conclusion to end. Talking to users is crucial when building a successful startup. The two most important things to focus on are creating your product and talking to users. However, it can be challenging to know how to plan and conduct user interviews effectively. In this video, we'll provide practical advice on how to strategize for user interviews. We'll provide questions and techniques to use during the interview process during the early stages of your company or product launch. As founders, it's natural to want to talk about and pitch your ideas and product during user interviews. However, the purpose of a user interview is not to sell users on using your product. The goal is to gather information and data that will help improve your product and positioning. To conduct a great user interview, it's essential to focus on the user's goals and specific problems they're facing and how your startup product is the solution. A common mistake in user interviews is discussing hypotheticals. Instead of talking about what your product could be or asking if users would be interested in certain features, focus on specific experiences and challenges that the user is facing. This provides more actionable information for making product and company-level decisions. Gather information about the user's journey and the path that led him to encounter the problem. Ask broader questions about their life to gain context on how they arrived at this problem. Learn about their motivations and what led him to the problem in the first place. Another trap that founders often fall into is talking too much during the interview. As founders, we are often required to pitch to investors, employees, and potential partners, and as a result, we may tend to spend a lot of time talking during user interviews. The goal of the interview is to gather information from the user, not to pitch your product or company. We think that there are 5 great questions that everyone can ask during their early customer interviews. The first question to ask during a user interview is, what is the hardest part about the problem area your product is trying to solve? This open-ended question can help extract information about specific pain points that the user currently experiences, giving you insight into whether your product is addressing a problem that is significant enough for users to actively want to solve. This question can also help you confirm whether the problem you're working on is one that real users feel is a pain point that they face on a regular basis. The second question to ask is, tell me about the last time you encountered the problem your product is trying to solve. This question can help extract information about the specific circumstances in which the user encountered the problem. This information can be useful in understanding the context of the problem and in developing your product by referencing real-life examples of past problems that potential users have had. This will help you to understand how your solution may be able to help in a specific circumstance. The third question to ask is, why was this hard? This question can help to understand the specific difficulties that the user encountered while facing the problem. The answers you get will vary from person to person. Understanding the reasons behind the problem won't only help you identify the problem that you need to solve, but also how you market your product and explain the value of your solution to potential users. In general, customers don't buy the product, they buy the why. Knowing the why behind the problem will help you to create effective marketing and sales strategies as you build your product. The fourth question to ask is, what, if anything, have you done to try to solve this problem? This question aims to understand if the user is already actively seeking solutions to the problem. It can also help identify the competition in the market. If the user has not attempted to solve the problem, it may indicate that the problem is not significant enough for them to seek a solution. The fifth question to ask is, what don't you love about the solutions that you've already tried? This can help understand what features should be included in your product and what improvements can be made to existing solutions in the market. This information can be used to build out a better solution to the problem. Talking to users is important at various stages of a company's development. For early-stage companies that have not yet reached product-market fit, there are 3 critical phases in which user interviews can be particularly beneficial. These include the idea stage, before any product development has begun, the prototype stage, where a rough version of the product exists but has not yet been tested by paying customers or users, and the post-launch stage, where the company is working towards product market fit. The following tips can help guide you through each of these stages. During the idea stage, you may have a general concept or an idea for a product, but you may not have any users yet. At this stage, it's important to find people who are interested in providing information about a problem they've encountered, or who may be willing to be your first users. Some of the most successful companies are those that are created to solve a problem the founders themselves have experienced. Finding your first users may be a challenging task, but it's essential to start looking for them early. Another approach to finding users is to physically visit them. Some startups find success by visiting their target customer base and speaking with them in person. This approach can save time to get dozens of in-person meetings. If you're struggling to reach a specific customer base, try visiting them in person. It may feel uncomfortable at first, but remember that if you truly believe you are solving a problem for them, you are helping them by taking the time to understand their problem. When conducting user interviews, it's important to take detailed notes. Keep it casual and don't feel like you have to schedule a large number of interviews all at once. You will learn a lot from the first few interviews and your process will improve as you go along. Be mindful of the other person's time and try to extract the most important information in a 10 to 15-minute conversation. As you move from the idea stage to testing your prototype with users, identify the best first customers. Choosing the wrong first customer can lead to a path that constrains your business or traps you without getting paid. A framework should be used to identify the best first customers before working with them. When talking to users during the prototype stage, it's important to extract numerical information about the problem they're facing. This can help you identify the best potential customers for your product. 3 key facts to consider: the cost of the problem to the customer, how frequently they encounter the problem, and their budget for solving it. During the stage of iterating towards product market fit, it's important to gather feedback from users to improve the product. The definition of product market fit given by Paul Graham and Mark Andreessen can be vague and difficult to determine, so user feedback can help guide the development of the product to better suit the needs and wants of the market. By gathering information from users, it can help to identify the necessary features and improvements that need to be made to reach product market fit. Another great tip we found at this stage is to ask for users' phone numbers during sign-up so that you can easily reach out to them for more detailed feedback. It's also important to remember to discard bad data, such as generic compliments or hypotheticals, and focus on specific information about past problems the user has encountered. By following these tips, user interviews can help guide the process of iterating towards product market fit. In our view, talking to users is a crucial aspect of any early-stage company's journey. Whether you're at the idea stage, prototype stage, or iterating towards product market fit, understanding the problems and needs of your customers is key to creating a successful product. By conducting unbiased and detailed customer interviews, you can identify the best first customers, understand the cost and frequency of the problem, and gather valuable insights to inform your product development. By using simple hacks like asking for phone numbers during sign-up, discarding bad data, and not designing by committee, you can further improve your user interview strategy. Remember, customers don't buy what a product is, they buy why it solves their problem. By talking to users, you can better understand why they need your solution, and how to market and sell it to them. Thank you for watching. Check out our website if you'd like to know more about 7startup, and be sure to watch the rest of our educational videos.